Welcome back to our channel Active Catalysts. In this video I will be solving module 4 Principles of Counting 2. First question, which was asked so many times. Let us understand in how many ways the 26 letters of the English alphabet are permuted so that none of the patterns car, dog, pun or bite occurs. First of all, we have to find the permutation of 26 letters. Like we have to check, like using 26 letters, how many ways can we arrange them? To find that, we have to find 26 factorial. Okay, then they have told among 26 we want to arrange the word car. Okay, so write 26, then CAR is 3 letters, right? So 26 minus 3, and consider this entire thing to be 1 unit. So 26 minus 3 plus 1 will give you 24. Similarly, if you check for the next word DOG, that is also 3 letters, right? So same thing. PON is also 3 letters, right? So same thing. But for byte, what we have to do is 26 minus entire word byte minus 4, okay, plus 1. We are considering this to be 1 unit, so minus 4. Okay, so then what we will get is 23 factorial. Once you find this, you have to find intersection with all the possible combinations, like 1 with 2, 1 with 3, 1 with 4. Sorry, yeah, up to 3 we have, right? So for all the possible combinations, we have to find the intersections. Okay, so once you find intersection for 2, you have to take it for 3. After you find it for 3, you can apply the same for 4. Okay, I hope you know there is a standard formula for A intersection B. Okay, that same formula, if you want, you can use formula, or else if you want to manually compute each of the value, you can do that. It's left to you, but going according to formula will give you correct answer. Okay, so in the last again we have to write, see, don't skip this because this carries marks. By the principle of inclusion exclusion, we have, okay, write the formula. This is the formula which you have to remember. Okay, actually this is written in the form of I and J. Instead of that, you can write it in intersection form also. What does this formula say is total number of letters, that factorial, minus A intersection B intersection C intersection D. Car, dog, pun, bite. Okay, that we have to minus. That's it. You will get one final answer. Then we have something called as dearrangement. Dearrangement is simple, like any permutation which is not in order, that is dearrangement. Now one more good kind of question we have, in how many ways can each of 10 people select a left glove and a right glove out of a total of 10 pairs of gloves? Remember, for dearrangement we have a formula, okay, that is D10. Why we are using D10 is number of gloves is 10. Okay, so that is why 10 factorial into e to the power of minus 1. This is the formula. So you'll get one answer. Now they have told 10 gloves are there. So 10 gloves can be arranged in 10 factorial ways. So whatever answer you get here for D10, that into this 10 factorial, if you do, you will get the answer. Okay, we'll move to the next question. Okay, this is little bit complicated, which you have to understand. This is the given question and C1, C2 values are given. Okay, we have to solve it. Now what is the standard form for the question which is in the form of Cn is, okay, that is m square minus 3m plus 2. This is the standard form for this question which is given in the question. Okay, now what we have to do is just try to like reduce this form. Okay, simply reduce this form Like minus 3m can be split up as minus 2m and m, right? So split it up, like think where you can cancel or take common. If you take like m common, finally you will get the value of m to be 2 comma 1. So we have to solve now. To solve, we have to express it in the terms of a and b according to given question values. It is given as 2 and 1. So we already know the value of c1 in this formula. So substitute the value of c1 and c2. How do we substitute is c1 is equal to this entire thing. Okay, and c1 value is 5. Solve for this part. To solve this, we have to consider this to be equations, and once you solve these two equations, we will get the value of a and b. Okay, that itself is the answer. Then we have, in how many ways one can arrange the letter of the word correspondence so that we are exactly two pairs of identical letters. First we will find that two pairs of identical letters. Okay, first of all, in total we have correspondence, right? That is totally 14 letters divided by all of these letters like O, R, E, S and N are repeated twice. These are how many letters in total? 5, right? So to the power of 5. If you do this much, you will get the answer. Okay, then second question we will read. At least 3 pairs of consecutive identical letters. First of all, let us understand which are identical. Identical means both should be same. You already know 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 letters are getting repeated, but they have told at least 3 pairs. In that case, what we have to do? So that 3 pairs, right? Total we have 14, but that 3 pairs we will minus 1 unit because they have told 3 pairs. So minus 1 divided by which all letters got repeated? 2 factorial to the power of 4. Why not 5 is like 1 is getting repeated, no need of considering that. So 2 to the power of 4. Okay, so once when you do this, you will get the answer. Similarly, we have to find it for AI and AJ. Now what is AJ? If you find the value of for all the i's, you will get the value of AJ. So once you solve this, you will understand. Okay, it's easy, you have to solve it. I, J, K, P you have to find for all the combinations because in question they have asked this. Then we have to find the value of S0, S1, S2 and all. Like S0 is nothing but total number of values we are considering. 14 factorial divided by this. This is nothing but for entire correspondence finding the permutation. S1 is nothing but C1 into like minus it will happen 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. You are going on reducing. Even the powers you can see we are reducing. Why? Because we are finding the next terms, just like AP series. Okay, so finally what we are going to do, we are going to find the value of A0. This is the standard formula again, minus plus like that you can remember. Okay, so once you substitute all 5 values, you will get one answer. Then we have the concept of chessboard or rook polynomial, which is very simple. Like if they give question, we have to give numberings for each box, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So total box is 4. So our n value is 4. And then what we have to do is we have to write the combinations. That is R2 is 3. Like if you're considering 3, you cannot consider 2. And R3 is 0. What is this? I'll tell you. First you have to write all the possible combinations. Meanwhile, while taking combinations, suppose if you're taking it for 1, you cannot pick it from same row or same column. So 1 and 3 can be combination because 1 is not present in, 3 is not present with 1 in same row or same column, right? So 1, 3, 1, 4. Similarly, 2, 4 can be taken. 2, 3 cannot be taken because it is in same column. Okay, once we get that, now how many like combinations did we get? 3, right? So with the two number sets, how many combinations did we get? 3. So R2 is 3. Did we get any combination with 3 numbers? No, so it is 0. Okay, then to find polynomial, this is the standard form. What is that standard form? I'll tell you. So 1 plus nx, n means total number of this, write as it is. Value of R2 is 3, so substitute that. Again, if we had R3 value, then these terms would continue. It's not there, so we will skip it. Then we have one more model paper question where they have given the value of A0 and A1. Again same thing, consider the standard equation. This is the standard equation, m square minus 3m plus 2 equal to 0. Why minus 3m? See, this is in the form of 3m plus 2, right? So that is why you can write it in terms of this. An is nothing but 1. An plus 1 is like before term. Okay, then once you write it in the standard form, try to split this one, minus 3m as minus 2m and m. Once you split, you will get the value of m. For every question it is same. Okay, once you get the value of m, solve it for a and b by taking the separate equations, and finally you will get some answer. Then we have determined the number of positive integers starting from 1 to 100, all the positive integers that is not divisible by 2, 3 and 5. So do we have to like list all? No, we have standard formula. What it says is number of elements divisible by 2 will be 100 by 2 and 3 is 100 by 3. Similarly for 5. Okay, now what we can do, we can combine, that is a1 intersection a2, a1 intersection a3, like that we have to do with 3. Later take all 3 and combine it, you will get the final answer. Okay, so once you get this final 3 answer, we can apply principle of inclusion and exclusion. So once we apply this is the standard formula that we have for 3 of the combinations. S means total value 100 followed by all of this value, you will get the answer. Then similarly we have solve the recurrence relation. To solve the recurrence relation, consider this to be the given value a1, like substitute in place of n as 1. Okay, then substitute in place of n as 2, then 3. So you will get one series. In order to get that series, like we are finding recurrence relation, right? Recurrence is calling the same function itself again and again. So we have to find one series so that we will understand what is the increment order or decrement order. That itself is finding the recursive relation question. That's it. Then next, in how many ways 5 numbers of A's, 4 numbers of B's and 3 numbers of C's can be arranged so that all identical letters are not in a single block? Very simple again. First of all, add all the letters, we will get 12 divided by separate frequencies. Okay, so then what we can do is like 12 minus this we have to do. Consider only for A because 5 A's are getting repeated, it seems. So among 12, if you remove 5, how many is remaining? 8. Remaining 4 and 3 factorial as it is. Similarly, we have to do it for others. Like next, they have told 4 B's are getting repeated. So 12, sorry, not 12. What is the total? Yeah, 12 minus 4 we have to do. Similarly, find A3. So once you find A1, A2, A3, just intersect the values. Once you intersect for 3 combinations, you can apply inclusion exclusion principle. So once you apply, you will get this answer. So if you want me to teach the trick of how to store this entire value in the calculator, just comment the word trick. If I get at least 15 comments for the word trick, I'll do that video, because I want to check whether you are viewing the complete video or only viewing the starting content and like thinking that this module is difficult and I'll leave. Okay, so we'll continue. Okay, then they have given one teacher's data. Only the colored box needs to be numbered, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. For this table we have to find root polynomial. So find like what are the possible ways, like you have to find the equation separately by taking 2. Okay, once you do that you have to add them both. That's it. If you have understood the first question, what a root polynomial, I have thought this is easy. So I'll not be teaching the same. Like I'll upload this PDF only if I get at least 200 likes for this video, because 100 at least it's common. Like I'm not understanding, literally like 2000 plus members are viewing and I'm not even getting 200 likes. I don't understand whether it's helping or not. Very few are supporting. Anyways, thank you for your. Then we have solve the recurrence relation. So to solve the recurrence relation, we have to understand the next terms, right? So this is the given form. This given form is in the form of m square minus m and minus 1. How do we recognize that this is in this form? Is they have given the values of f0 and f1, substitute it. Okay, so once you understand this, find the value of m. Okay, so roots are real and distinct. When roots are real and distinct, we can solve it. Once you find the value or solve it, you can solve this in the calculator actually. So f0 is 0. We already know the value of f0. So from 1 we can say that, like solve it in calculator. Directly upload this in calculator. In place of a and b, you can write it as x and y. N, you already know the value of n. Okay, so instead of solving all these steps, directly find it in calculator. This is just the theory. Okay, even you can leave like this only, or you can substitute the value of n and write the final answer. Then we have how many integers between 1 and 300 are divisible by. Same question, there we had between 1 and 100, here it is 1 and 300. I hope you can solve the same question again. And this is more important, 100 and 300 both important questions, so consider both to be important ones. Okay, then we'll go to the next one, 13th one, where restaurant is there with a 10-man handover with the umbrellas to the receptionist. In how many ways can their umbrellas be returned so that no man receives his umbrella? So no man, they have told. Now how you will understand that you have to apply dearrangement only? See, for most of the questions with the value 10, we will apply dearrangements. Okay, that is the thing you can guess. So d of 10 is nothing but you have to compute this value, you will get this answer. Then they have told number of ways in which at least one of the men receives own umbrella. One of the men means it will be d1 value. Okay, write this much and leave, no need of computing any values here. Then required ways, in how, like your own required way. So if you want to distribute all 10, then you can substitute as all 10, or if you want to distribute all 9, you can do it same. 8 7 6 5 and all is not required because we have applied factorial. Okay, similarly we have one more question. I think same question page got repeated. This is little bit different. Okay, again here also I'll consider same two blocks, solve it separately. Okay, then one more we have, again same thing. See, everything is same. They'll give the values, use standard form, substitute it and solve. Again, see, this is important, 3x3 checkboard, which is most important. Just find all the possible values. You can consider any one to be the like non-filling block. Everything is same, so that ends. Mainly we have to concentrate on finding Brook polynomial, that is a sure question. Dearrangement is sure question. And one more kind of question is this one: solve the recurrence relation. To solve the recurrence relation, first step what we have to understand is, remember always m square is taken, standardized formula it is. M square is taken followed by minus what is the coefficient of this value, that you will write, followed by this thing. Okay, coefficient values you will write along with this values equal to 0. Then what we will do, once you compute equal to 0, we have to find the values of m. Write same thing in calculator, it will give you the value of m. So that's it for this module. Give importance to three concepts: recurrence relation, and then finding out the Rook polynomial and dearrangements. Even you can solve like both of the questions or part as well. Okay, if you concentrate on three concepts. We'll meet in the next video with fifth module.